Howdy. Damn. Now go over the whole thing.
Um, so first off, welcome. I'm gonna do the intro this time because I'm better than you. No. Welcome to Cool Ranch Corner episode 66. Woo! So I don't know if you saw in the Discord, I'm gonna start exporting all the audio so we can get the podcast on Spotify.
Nice.
It shouldn't be too hard. The thing that I was like worrying about is if I was gonna have enough space on my hard drive. But dude, I found like some spot on my main drive that was taking up like 130 gigs. Like I don't know why it was taking up so much space, but it's just a bunch of random crap. So I deleted that. So I have space to export everything now. I downloaded all the videos. I just need to do the audio now.
Nice.
So
All right. Yeah, I'll figure out how to get that up. I think it's gonna cost us like $200 a year or something.
on Spotify, really? Oh.
I don't the old episodes are still on Spotify, but I went to like the account, logged in, and like all the information's gone. So I don't even know. It's gonna be a whole boondoggle trying to get that stuff on there. But
Never
we'll figure
heard
it out.
that word in my life. Boondoggle.
Anyways, you got any other updates?
No, that's it.
Pollo Loco hit like 136K views already. It's crazy. I think we're at 90 days now, I think, or just about.
That sounds about right.
So, yeah. We went bowling for 125K. That vlog is up. And we're mixing all 26 G Fuel hydration flavors when we hit 150K. So, Theo and I are waiting to do that. I have a big update I want to talk about with Always Ready later. I have a bit of a conundrum, but we'll talk about that. On to our main topic. 2025 is here. What'd you do for New Year's? Did you do anything special?
No, I literally did nothing. I slept and I ate food and I played Fallout 4, which is exactly what I'm gonna do after this podcast is over. I'm gonna get RVs. I'm gonna play Fallout 4, and I'm gonna go to bed. So
Was I'm gonna get some Taco Bell nuggets tonight. I still have.
when are they getting rid of them?
They said that they're gonna start disappearing January 1st because of supply running out. So I'm like, they still got some. I'm gonna go get some. They have an insane amount of protein, like 72 grams for 10 nuggets. That's a lot.
For 10 nuggets? I thought you only get 5.
You can get 5 or 10.
Okay.
I'm getting 20.
You know, I was thinking about it. There's a Taco Bell like right where I live.
They're good.
How much are they?
They have like a nacho fry combo. So you get like a Baja Blast, nacho fries with a little cup of cheese, and then like either 5 or 10 nuggets. And I think it's like $8 or $12 or something.
That's not bad.
And it's high quality meat. Like I've been into one and looked, and it was like, yeah, this is like straight up chicken breasts, all white.
You bite into it and there's just like a bone. You're like, oh. Don't say that. Don't even bring up roaches, bro.
You got PTSD from that,
dude. I'm serious. I have actual roach PTSD. It is awful.
When it actually hit midnight, like, were you awake?
Yeah, I was in the bathtub. So I'll be honest. So I've always heard stories about people shooting into the air and then a bullet coming back down and like cracking somebody in the skull. Right? I saw a picture of it the next day. I was like, dang. But
Mythbusters did an episode on that.
Yeah, I think anything past 200, was it 200 feet per second will be able to enter your skull, and then like when it comes down, it's actually going at like 600. So it's not good.
I thought they said it wasn't possible. It was a myth.
No, they dropped a quarter like from the same height as the Empire State Building, and that didn't do anything. But quarters aren't very aerodynamic. Whereas a bullet is like
go up and then come down.
I saw a picture where there was literally a bullet embedded into somebody's head and they were alive.
That didn't kill them though.
No.
A bullet fired straight up into the air can eventually fall back down with enough force to potentially kill someone, although the chances are extremely low. It is considered extremely dangerous to fire a gun into the air because the bullet's landing spot can be unpredictable due to wind and air resistance, making it a potential hazard to anyone below this trajectory.
Yep. Yeah, and
That's
so
crazy.
the entire night I'm hearing fireworks go off, and I'm just waiting for midnight to hit because some knucklehead's gonna shoot up into the air, right? And I was like, well, if I die, I better die comfortably. So I got in the bathtub and just laid there for like an hour. And then, it hit
It says,
midnight. What?
it says if you shoot a bullet, it could reach up to 10,105 feet.
I mean,
Crazy.
yeah, like I don't know, man. At the end of the day, I wish people were just not stupid and like wouldn't shoot up in the air. Like if
I
you're
just
gonna go
remember
do that,
seeing
do
the
it in the
videos of
desert.
people shooting at drones.
Yeah, which the drone situation is that's over, right? Like nobody's talking about it
No,
anymore. What do you mean? No, it's not
no,
over.
I'm still seeing videos and people getting new footage. There was I saw a podcast clip, but I didn't click on it because I was busy. But somebody was saying that there was some memo or something saying that it's China's drones, but I
Then
don't know if
why?
that's true or not.
Well,
They said it was breakthrough technology.
I doubt it, but we'll see. I don't know.
I mean,
I wish that there was
have you
something
seen the
more.
videos where people fly drones or planes or helicopters approach them and their lights turn off and then like they lose sight of them? Like,
Okay, but the thing that keeps being brought up is why would they have lights on them? Like the lights that you would see on planes. Why are those on these drones if they're like in foreign airspace?
honestly, a lot of the videos that I've seen, they have like more lights on them than a plane would have. Like,
Yeah,
theirs
then
lit
they
up like
but
crazy.
that's my point is like if
Things
you're a
just to
foreign
scare
government
people.
and you're although I did see China was talking about like they did some New Year's like speech or whatever, and Xi Jinping was saying something about like, oh, the unification of China and Taiwan is inevitable or some crap. So
Did you see that the on New Year's there was videos of Chinese hospitals full for some mysterious new
oh
illness?
yeah, and it's HPMV or something like that. Yeah, and people were like, oh my
I
God, it's
didn't
the
see
next
that.
pandemic.
I saw people saying that they wouldn't disclose what it was.
No, it's been said what it is. I just I don't
Well,
know.
because I know we have the bird flu here already.
Yeah, but the bird
Like
flu is not that contagious from what I was seeing.
California declared like a state of
Yeah,
emergency.
but that's
Although
freaking
they always,
California. Yeah.
yeah, they because somebody takes a shit in the street, they
Yeah.
declare an emergency.
That's actually not true because people do it all the time. Now, if somebody like brought a BB gun to their house, then they would declare a state of emergency because they're like, "Oh my
Somebody
God."
just walks out into the street with a hammer.
Well,
See.
but my point is, I think it was like HPMV or there was some other I don't know. There was like two different viruses that I was seeing, but
Yeah, I don't even like
um,
pay attention anymore.
but also it's that time of year, so
Yeah, yeah,
um,
but I mean, those videos that I did see were concerning. Like it was packed. It was bad.
yeah. I don't know if they get away with another lockdown here though. That's probably not going to happen.
I don't
He'd
think
probably he'd probably
not under Trump. I don't think.
But he was the one that did the lockdowns the first time.
Yes, but I think with the information we have now and seeing what that did to our economy and stuff, they would try to avoid that at all costs.
Maybe just everyone's using
Um,
masks again. Although, did you see that there was a video that the government accidentally like unprivated on YouTube of people wearing masks? Yeah, there's a video from 2021 that they unprivated, and it was talking about something about the future, and everyone was wearing masks in the video, and everyone was like, "Why is this being unprivated now?" And they had to delete it because they were like, "Oh crap,
yeah,
people are getting freaked out." Dude, Biden's doing a
very
bunch of
weird.
stuff towards the end of his freaking term, man. He's been doing so
Yeah.
much. Not all of it's bad necessarily. Like
I mean, he pardoned like more people than any president has in
did
a
you
hundred years.
did you see it? They're putting a cap on credit card interest
Bernie
rates.
Stan Bernie Sanders has been trying to do that forever, and I guess he just proposed like a 10% limit, which I think is great. I think the credit card. I mean, some of these credit cards have like a 33% interest rate. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
and then they're putting a limit on the amount of money that people on uh is it Medicaid that's there's a limit on how much they have to pay for like treatment or whatever. I think the limit's like 2 grand now.
That's good because
Well,
I know that
the only problem is that
the
means everybody else has to pay more, I think.
I don't know, man. I'm honestly just been too busy with everything to have time to worry about it, any of that stuff, you know. But anyways, my New Year's, we ate a so we went to the zoo, which was nice. It was like very chill
Was anyone there?
because it's New Year's. Yeah, but like they closed early for New Year's, so it
Uh,
was like not a lot of people. And then we went to the aquarium, which was nice. That was busier. And then right next to the aquarium is the botanical garden, which is where we went for that River of Lights thing. So all the lights were up, but like not on because it's daytime. And so we got to see what it looks like during the day, which was cool. Like it was nice. There's like ducks and they have like a pond and all kinds of stuff. It was nice and chill. We got some fresh air, got some good footage for the vlog. And then we went to Sawmill Market. And next time mom and dad come, we're definitely going there. They have so much good food there. We got some like stone fired pizza, which is really good. Bobby got some like French dip sandwich that she liked, but she got turkey instead of beef, so it just didn't. I didn't care for it.
turkey's
It was like,
mid.
and it was like it reminded me of like school lunch, like turkey.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Like I was like, why do you like this? She's like, I don't know. It just I like it. It's my thing. And I'm like, whatever makes you happy. I got a spicy tuna roll that was really good. So they got good sushi there. I always, anytime I go to a new sushi place, I get a spicy tuna roll because that's like a good baseline way to tell if it's good or not. And then I got a michelada. I love micheladas.
the heck is that?
It's like they take usually like Mexican beer, and then they it's like a michelada mix. It's like tomato juice and like other stuff. Like it's really good. I like it. It's like my favorite like beer cocktail, I guess if you can call it that. And then we got these really fancy macaroons that were really good. I had a pistachio one. Ooh. And then we
I've
went to this
never
waffle.
understood what like there's pistachio ice cream like it just tastes like nuts. I don't understand.
Yeah, they like it's like almost like making peanut butter. They like grind up the pistachios and they put it in there. And
Oh,
it's like pistachios taste delicious, but they're
uh,
expensive.
I've always been more
You
of
know,
a an almond
the
guy.
macaroon was like $3. So I mean, it's just like a little.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
I was like, "Are these bonbons good?" And the chick was like, "Honestly, like for $3, it's not worth it. I wouldn't get it." I'm like, "All right,
What the heck is a bonbon?
I don't know, but they looked cool." They were small though. But any like they were like the size of a quarter. Um,
It's not good.
I was like, "What is it like? Why are they so good? Like, you know, what's the hype? Bonbons." Anyways, we ended that trip at the Sawmill Market by getting we went to this waffle bar area, and it was the best waffle that I've ever had. I don't know what they do to the batter, but it was delicious.
Wait, what was that face for? What are you trying to say, man?
I don't know. I don't know what they do to it, but it's good. I don't know what the secret
Sus.
is. It was really good, the waffle itself, and then it had chocolate syrup, fresh strawberries, fresh bananas, um, 2 scoops of vanilla bean ice cream,
Ooh.
and crushed up Oreos on top. Oh, if I ever had to like choose my last meal, like that would be the dessert. It
Did
was
you
so fucking good.
did you hear they're gonna do an Oreo flavored Oreo? Yeah, so they're taking crushed up Oreos and that's the cream.
I mean, I'll try it.
I was like, are you serious, man? They're running out of ideas.
They really are. They're like, this one tastes like dirt. Like,
Oh,
oh, yummy. They got rocks in there.
gravel flavored
And then we
Oreo.
came home. we came home and we had all eaten all this food, so we all took like an hour and a half nap and then woke up. Poured some apple cider. Um, I made some nachos and we watched the ball drop.
Dude, so
So it was nice.
I learned that Tucson will do like a Taco Bell shell. They'll like drop it. That's what they do for New Year's.
That's
And
cool.
apparently they do that every year. I was like,
Sounds like my kind of New
because
Year's.
did you see that they posted about it in one of
I
the
did see
Discord
that.
yeah,
Yeah,
and I was like
I didn't know it was there.
huh.
You're like,
But
I should have gone.
yeah, I looked into it. They do it every single year. So
Yeah, next year you should go and report back.
oh, screw that, man. I'm telling you,
Um,
bro. I saw a video. I think it was Bobby Lee went to Tucson downtown, and a roach like straight up crawled on him in broad daylight. I am not doing that.
No offense, but that might just be Bobby Lee's problem. Like,
No, I like I said, I was. We were talking about it earlier in the Discord like hangout,
yeah,
and yeah, I've heard that that's just how the roaches are there. They just walk around and like look at people. Like it's just gross, man. That's vile. That's so
it's just
disgusting.
everywhere.
They're just everywhere. Like and it's because it's the desert, but it's a big
I should
city.
come visit. And we should like make a video, like going, like exploring and finding seeing if
That's
there's
disgusting,
roaches
man.
everywhere. I really do want to come out there for like a weekend. That would be fun.
No,
I'll stay at a hotel.
no, that's worse. That's worse.
Why?
There's roaches. I'm telling,
Nice
dude.
ones.
There's roaches everywhere, bro. I'm
Not at the
telling.
nice hotels.
No, there's roaches everywhere.
Oh, you're telling me that there's like the freaking what is it? The Hilton has freaking roaches
I
everywhere. Like,
guarantee it, man. I guarantee it. There's roaches
Whatever, man.
everywhere. That's disgusting, man. I hate
how do you know?
roaches.
You don't go anywhere. Like, how do you know there's roaches everywhere if you don't go anywhere?
Because that's what I hear. That's what I literally hear that from people. Like they're like, yeah, there's roaches everywhere, and they've evolved. They've evolved
They've
to not.
evolved.
Yes, because it's like okay, the way they explain to me, right? You go into a room, there's a roach in there. You turn the light switch on. What does the roach do? It runs off, right? Roaches don't do that. They don't do that in Tucson. They just sit there and they look at you like, oh hey, like they're okay with people.
You turn the light on and
It's like, get out of here. No, it's so like you have to like actively disturb them in order for them to get like freaked out. It's
Like,
disgusting, man.
you just see like a pack of roaches, like 10 of them, and they're like holding a gun.
Yeah, well, I don't know, man. That's like roaches are so disgusting, man. And it's like I've always wondered what would happen if we got rid of them, and I'm sure it would affect the ecology
I think it's
of
just
the
too
place.
hard to get rid of them is the problem. Because you know how like
No.
mosquitoes, they've been getting rid of them.
But you know how they actually get rid of mosquitoes? What they do is they will genetically modify a group of mosquitoes where I think it's the females like when they're mated with they don't like they're all sterile so they won't reproduce so the males will go and mate with them and nothing will happen and so
Yeah.
then you
The
have this
mosquitoes only. How long do mosquitoes live? Like a week?
I don't know but the point is as time goes on these mosquitoes
10 days.
yeah see like if you release
Oh,
these
a male lives 10 days. A female lives 42 to 56 days.
yeah so that at that point these females are being mated with and nothing's
Mosquitoes are so
happening
gross.
although see that's what I've always wondered or always wondered about mosquitoes is like the ones that cause malaria why are those only in certain parts of the world because they don't cause
So there's
malaria
all
in the
kinds of
US
factors. I mean, they've had it happen to the U.S. There'll be like a mosquito malaria outbreak. The thing that scares me about the U.S. is we have like the deer tick problem, where like people get Lyme disease
Yeah.
from the ticks. That makes me not want to go in the woods in certain places, man. Fuck that.
yeah
Never be able to eat red meat again.
well when you get Lyme disease like is it one of those things where when you start seeing symptoms that's when it's too late
I think so.
that sucks
Yeah. Dude, side topic before we move on, but Bobby got these things called frownies. You ever heard of that?
no
They're these little patches, and you put them on your forehead, and it's supposed to stop your forehead from like wrinkling. Because like you can see, I
Oh.
have a line. It used to look worse, and I've only done it one time, You're supposed to do it for like 30 days straight, and then you only have to do it like 3 times a week, and you won't have a line anymore. But the way that it works is like you have them on while you're asleep, but like during the day, like right now, if I feel like my forehead is not moving, like it trains like the muscles in your forehead to not move so much.
It's just Botox.
I mean, well, Botox is when they inject like botulism into your forehead, right? So it like
Yeah,
paralyzes the muscles.
yeah. Which that's
But
why
it's a
like if
very weird feeling. Like it's so weird to not like when I'm talking and moving my face, my forehead feels like one solid piece instead of like I don't know how to explain it, but it's it it's just weird. But it seems like they really work. And they make face ones for people who have like actual like I kind of have some, but like they have like really bad ones for even when
dude,
their face is like.
what if you put one on your nuts?
I'm not gonna. Okay. Anyways, moving on. Uh, I got a big update for Always Ready. So we have talked to an investor who is is one of those high net worth investors, and without exposing who he is, like he's interested, and so we are waiting to hear back. But because we are not bringing any money to the table, like hey, we have 10% of the budget. Like it's not a high priority. You know what I mean? Like there's people who like go to investors and it's like, hey, I've got anywhere from 10 to 30% of the budget already. Will you give me the rest? And it's like, yeah, you already got skin in the game. And so my plan is to get an Indiegogo. I've already started on it. It's a lot of work, but I've got an Indiegogo campaign that I'm working on, and I'm planning on launching in March on my birthday, March 6th. If we don't get the money by then, and the goal is going to be 100K, and I think if we raise 50 to 100K, like we'll definitely get like greenlit and be able to film in the summer. But if I don't, I'm worried that if I don't do that, then we're gonna be waiting, and then like summer comes along and we get the money, but it's too late to plan, and we'll have to wait until the next year. I really don't want to push this movie off for another year. That would suck. So I did look into it, and there's like I'm already setting it up, and there's like a pre-launch thing that they do, where like you can get like 25% off or something like that. The things that you can get during the campaign by signing up early.
Hmm.
But I'm probably gonna run it for 45 days because they said the sweet spot is 30 to 60, so I'll do 45 right in the middle. And I mean, if you think about it, if half of the people that have seen Pollo Loco by then, which would probably be around like I don't know,
200.
150K plus 200K, if half those people gave $1, we would have it in a day. You know what I mean? So I think 100K is doable. If we raise more, then we just have a bigger budget, or we have um, just more wiggle room and more creative control and all that stuff. So, although I will say, like, if anybody tries to say, yeah, no, I'll give you the money, this and that, but will you change this and that? I'd be like, no, it's based on my real life, so that would be weird to change something that really happened, you know. So, I do have a little bit of protection there, but so yeah, that's the update on that. Let me know down in the comments if you would donate to an Indiegogo. I think it would be like $1. Like you could just give $1. Like I forgot what I'll buy that for $1. You know, to be like the RoboCop
Hmm.
thing. I'll buy that for $1, and it's like it's just $1 to donate. Like you don't really get anything for it, but like you support the cause. And then like for different things like $5, $10, all kinds of stuff. You'll get different things, and I'm thinking for like $50 you get like a special thanks in the credits, which is really cool. For like um I don't know. I was thinking like maybe 250 you can get like a associate producer credit or something, and then for like 500 co-producer. Those numbers are not final, but um I'm looking into it, and I also want to see if there's a way we can do like maybe there's like an LA backers screening, like when the film's done, like you'll be able to come see the film and like purchase 2 tickets. Like it'd be like $250 and you get 2 tickets, get to come to this thing. There's a Q&A and all that stuff. Obviously, travel wouldn't be included because if like you got to think like if we charge $100 for something, right? charge $100, and there's something physical involved, like a poster or something like that, you got to subtract the cost of the poster and
Yeah.
shipping it. So it's like $100 donation, getting a poster is really only like $75 after you factor in like the poster and the shipping.
Yeah.
I'm kind of on the fence about posters because I don't want to be promising people posters when they can't see what they look like. You know what I mean? I
Mm.
don't like that. But I will say that I'm thinking about doing like a DVD. It's like if you give a certain amount, you get a DVD. Another maybe $100, you get a DVD. Oh, that's what it was. Okay, so one of those is gonna be like you get a digital copy of the film when it's done. So that's fair, right? Like $50, you get a digital copy. Uh, $100, you get a DVD. Maybe like 200, you get a Blu-ray. And like we'll have like a set amount. Like they're gonna be like limited runs. Like I don't unless the film like blows up and does really well. There's not gonna be like a Blu-ray available to the public.
Do they still make like just regular DVDs? Is that still a thing?
Hmm.
Because I thought I
Yeah,
heard something about DVD players not being, or maybe I'm thinking of something, maybe like VH. I don't remember. So there's some kind of video format that they weren't doing anymore. Maybe it was VHS or something. I don't know.
I don't know because I've been seeing them release like horror movies and stuff on VHS as like a novelty thing, and they charge a lot for them, like $30 for a VHS. But
Hmm.
anyways, all those different goals, and you can get all the way up to like um co-producer. And yeah, like if we I thought about it really hard about whether I wanted to do that because I don't know. I've always been the kind of person that doesn't want to ask for money. I don't want to ask for things. Like we sell the G Fuel, the Fit Butters, that's one thing. But to be like, yo, I want to go do this really cool thing, give me money for it, just feels weird to me. But I think because we've done Pollo Loco and I paid for that out of my pocket, like I don't know if people realize, but like Pollo Loco, like I straight up put like $25,000 of our own money into that film to make it happen. And because I did not want to ask people for money without knowing how well of a job I could do. But I'm telling you right now, like I'm confident. I know what I'm doing. I have enough experience under my belt. My team believes in me, and so I think if we can raise at least 50 to 100K, like it's gonna happen, and people will get some stuff out of that. You know what I mean? Like it'll. The way I look at it is it's like pre-selling tickets and stuff like that. I think it'd be really cool to tour the film once it's done. And so there would be the backer screenings that you get access to by doing that, and then afterwards, like there might be opportunities to like see the film if we tour it, but it's only going to be in certain cities. I can't go everywhere. LA for sure for the backer screening. I was thinking of doing like LA and maybe New York, like those two places for that. And then maybe I could do like I think Austin, Texas would be a good place to do too. So there's
Oh
like
yeah.
three places, one, two, three. And then obviously I'll do one in Albuquerque, but um, yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll do like 5 backer screenings so that people really have like, the opportunity to go, and it's not like, oh, well, I live on the East Coast, so I can't go all the way to LA to go see this movie. So I'm gonna try to make sure that like you'll be able to go to a place that's close to you somewhat. I think Chicago would be a good place to go to, maybe. I've never been to
Chicago.
Chicago.
That's where
Um,
Ferris Bueller's Day Off takes place.
yeah. But yeah, let me know down in the comments if you would donate, even if it's just $1. I did the research and it said Chat GPT told me based off my following and like only 1% of them donating, like my goal should be 250K. And I was like, whoa, Chat GPT, let's slow down there. That's a crazy ask. The reason why I'm choosing Indiegogo over Kickstarter is that with Kickstarter, let's say we set a goal of 100K. If we only get to $99,999, Kickstarter refunds it all, and we get nothing for all that time and effort. But with Indiegogo, even if the campaign doesn't reach its goal, let's say we put the goal as 100K and we only raise 33, we still get the 33,000, and I can take that and I can go to
Hmm.
some smaller investors and have them match it and get the money we need to. It'll just take a little longer, but so the more we raise, the faster this movie is gonna happen. Basically, is the way I'm gonna put it. Because I don't think. I mean, it's possible, but I don't think we're gonna raise $500,000. That's the budget I would like for the film, and that's the budget that my team has agreed on. Um, but we'll see. I don't know if I mentioned already, but March 6th is the date that we're looking at. That's my birthday. I think it'd be really cool to be like, hey, it's my birthday. Support the film. Throw me a
So
dollar if you
can
can.
you go past the goal?
You can extend it. Oh, yeah, yeah. No, yeah. They have these things called stretch goals. So, I'm thinking like, okay, if we hit 150K, then I can get a bigger actor to play this character. Like, for example, there's a therapist who's in one scene. I already know who I want to get, but if we raised a little bit of extra money, I might be able to get somebody more well known. You know what I mean? To do that that one little scene, and like that would make it really special. Um, let's say we hit um 200K, then I could hire like a professional behind the scenes team to create behind the scenes footage, and then we have all these special features that we can put on the Blu-ray and like make available online and stuff, you know? So like I have ideas. I'm in the early stages of planning it. It's a lot of work. But I think with the social media following and with the kindness of people's hearts, and with Pollo Loco is a really good example of what we can do with a little bit of money. You know, I think we can. I think we can raise a substantial amount of money to, like I said, dude. Anything would be helpful. That's all I gotta say. I mean, the to be totally transparent with everybody listening, if we had a house already, like if I had already secured a house for my family, which we're not doing until our lease is up here in October, so we'll be moved into a house next year by October. But if we already had the house, then I could just go get a loan, and it would be like 11% interest or some crazy shit. But I could get a loan and not ask people for money, and just, hey, I've got the money, and you put the rest up, and let's make the film. But I can't do that without sacrificing the ability for us to get a home, because it affects our taxes. They're not gonna. The VA already gave me shit for being self-employed last time, and they were like, "You put $25,000 into a film, and on paper it looks like you started a business and it failed."
Hmm.
And so that was enough for them to be like, your debt to income ratio, or your expense to income ratio is like $200 too high for you to afford this house. And it's like, but I've got money in the bank. And they're like, well, you could put all this money down. And it's like, I'm not going to put all of my savings down to buy a house when I work in a career that's so volatile. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's the situation I'm in. I have a really good script that I've had a dozen people tell me now, like, dude, this needs to be made. You already have a great script. That's the first step. Have a great script. Because you could take a bad script and make an okay movie, but you increase the odds by having a great script. And so, I'm very confident. It's very special. I'm thinking maybe in like the campaign video, I'll put the actors that I would like to hire. But I don't want to say anything yet, because I don't want people to start bothering these people on social media, because that would be a bad look. So, yeah, I'm excited, but it's daunting because it's so much work. But I know that it'll be worth it, and I might not even have to do it. We'll see. It depends on if this investor decides that he's confident about us or not. But yeah, I mean, I looked it up, in the indie world, when people go, hey, like, I've got these actors attached and all this stuff. We need $4.5 million to make this movie. Here's 30%. Like, a lot of these directors who get movies made that you hear all the time, like they approach the studios or the investors or whoever it is that's going to put up the money with a substantial amount, usually like anywhere from 10 to 30% already, to show that like they've put in some work, they got skin in the game, whether it's partially their money or they've gone to smaller investors first. And that's how you show that you're like serious and can get shit done. And I haven't done that. I haven't gone and gotten the money. I mean, there's a brewery here that I want to reach out to and see if they'll throw up a percentage for sponsorship because there's like plenty of opportunities to show their beer and their brewery in the because they have like a brewery slash bar. So like that's one way that I might get a little chunk of money added to it, but it's a lot harder to ask a brewery to throw up a little bit of money when I'm going, hey, I don't have any money yet. But if I go to them and I go, hey, we've raised like, $75,000, can you throw a little bit of money and we'll do this and that and it's worth this much because the budget's going to be this much, So it's the hardest part of filmmaking from what I've been told. Like no matter what level you're at, getting your film funded is a nightmare. And a lot of people give up at that stage, which is really sad. Because I wonder how many like great scripts are out there that just never got made because somebody was too intimidated or didn't know how to talk to people and network and get it done. But that's what it takes, It's yeah. I mean, Rome wasn't built overnight, right? They always say that kind of shit, but maybe we can build something in 45 days that will change the tides big time.
Imagine if the quote was literally like, Rome wasn't built overnight, it was built in 45 days.
45 days, okay, damn it.
Yeah.
And they actually built a little more than they thought they would. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. That's my big update. I don't want you guys. My biggest fear is that I've talked about this movie and it's in pre-production, and I don't want it to be in pre-production hell for a year and a half.
Yeah.
So that's the update there. And it was like the other little thing was, it's like, oh, you have these actors attached, and it's like, no, we don't have them attached officially yet. Oh, well, if you get them attached, then, sure, yeah, we'll throw up some money right away. Well, I can't get them attached if I don't have proof that we have some money.
Yeah.
So it's the chicken before the egg situation, These other directors, like Sean Baker, for example, who just made Nora and like made the Florida Project, all this stuff. That guy has a reputation where he can approach an actor and they're like, holy shit, you're fucking Sean Baker and you want to work with me? Absolutely, attach me. I don't even need to see money yet. They'll tell their agents to fuck off because they want to work with the director so much. You know what I mean? I'm a nobody in the film world. Like, so many people have made a short film. Once I make my first feature, it's a little easier to get funding because you've shown that you can do it. But until you build up a reputation and have shown that you make really good films that win awards and make their money back for sure and stuff like that, it's just so much harder to get the ball rolling the first time, So let's get the ball rolling, baby. We'll work on it. Quick ad break. Support the Patreon. We did a hangout this morning instead of a gaming session because I don't know, I just wanted to try something different. So
and
we chatted for a little bit.
Black Ops 6 has nothing going on right now, but we'll get to that later.
You're gonna talk. Yeah, we're gonna talk. I have honestly been on the fence about the Patreon. Like it feels weird. Like we're doing that, and then I'm also talking about doing an Indiegogo campaign, and it's like it's just too much money being asked for. But I don't know. There's the benefits there if you want them. Producer credits, hangouts, giveaways. Do a shit ton of giveaways. I got another giveaway today for New Year's, so we'll get into that in a second. But yeah, there's all kinds of things. It's free to join the Discord. It's only $1 if you want to join these giveaways. And we would love to have you there and have your support. Yeah, you do get 24-hour early access to the podcast just for $1 if that's something you're interested in. Cool Ranch Corner on Patreon. Use code DannyD for 20 to 30% off G Fuel. They just restocked a bunch of flavors like was it Super Saiyan lemonade and stuff like that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I know there's some flavors coming that are exciting, so get ready to use code DannyD if you haven't yet, and use code DannyD if there's any flavors you're looking at that might say almost gone, because if there's one thing I've learned about G Fuel, a flavor can like be really good and then go away and not come back for like a year. You know what I mean? So if there's any flavors you've been eyeballing and it says almost gone, snag it, because you never know how long it'll take for it to come back. I don't know if you can see, but my tower of Fit Butters has grown substantially. There's like 33 tubs or 32 tubs there or something. So yeah, I think it's 32. This stuff is great. They got a bunch of new flavors that they just added for the holidays, like Boston cream pie, red velvet cheesecake, frosted animal cookie. That's the one I'm most
Ooh.
excited about. Yeah, I'm really excited about that. Use code DannyD for 10% off Fit Butters. It's good stuff. I think if you spend $50, which I believe is four tubs, you get free shipping, which I think shipping's normally like $8. So do that. Code DannyD and spend 50. 4 tubs, free shipping. Good deal. And I mean, there's like 15 servings in a tub, and so it lasts. Oh, I mean, a serving is 2 tablespoons. It's like a big glob. So great stuff. I put it on my bagels, put it in my protein ice cream. Theo's put it on some waffles. Like, we just love this stuff. It's great. On to our giveaway. For New Year's, I decided to give away this limited edition. Like, they did a very limited run of this. It is the strawberry shorter cake collector's box. It's a 30 serving tub of strawberry shortcake and a little mini shaker that actually works. So that
What do you mean that actually works? What do you mean by that?
I mean, they released like an ornament and it like that works too, but like this, like people were like wondering if like the shaker, like look how small it is. And like you can actually like there's like a little strainer in it and everything. Like,
What the heck, bro?
so there you go. I think there's a sticker in. Yeah, there's a sticker in here too. They did it. I guess like the joke was like Phase Apex is short, and so like.
Oh, that's actually really funny.
So this is a collector's item. I just think somebody might appreciate it more than I do because I have so much G Fuel.
That's
and it's
actually
a really good flavor.
That's actually a really
good
cool
flavor.
collector's box. I like that.
Yeah, strawberry shortcake and milk is delicious.
Can I get one more look at that picture of Phase Apex? Come on, focus. There we go.
That is going to Fishy. Fishy with like
Fishy.
7 Y's. Yeah. Congratulations, Fishy. I think I already have your info, so I could ship it out to you. So we'll get that shipped out to you. I guess I'll give you a little sneak peek of the giveaways later this month, or I guess if not next week, the week after. First up, Discord giveaway. Join the Discord and pay $1 and you can enter into these Blu-ray giveaways. Got The Departed, fantastic film. Martin Scorsese, Leonardo DiCaprio and Matt Damon in the same film, and Jack Nicholson. And then for the national and international G Fuel tub giveaways, we got a tub. Both are going to be a tub of Beauty Pie hydration. I think that's our first hydration giveaway. No, have we done a hydration giveaway?
I
yet?
don't know, dude. I don't have the memory of like God.
And you also get a winter white shaker.
I feel like
also
we
giving away
have
winter
done.
white chicken.
I think we have done a hydration before, once at least.
I don't know, but it's the first month of 2025, so I want to do something special. So winter white shaker and a PewDiePie hydration tub for both. Those are what, $5 and $10, I believe, to enter.
Mm.
So there you go. And like I said, I got a ton of giveaways already ready here. Like it's crazy. Just join the Patreon, and you'll definitely get something, because right now the community's still growing. It's in its infancy. Okay. And I already like made the decision that like as the Discord or as the community grows, like I guess I'll just have to do more giveaways to make up for it. So the odds will always be good. I mean, you could talk to people in the Discord. Like there's probably a dozen people in there who have won multiple things. Like, yeah. So come join us. And then if you join the Patreon at whatever tier, whether it's $1, whether it's $100, shout out to Tyler Moen. He's such a big supporter. you can ask us a Patreon question every week or suggest a topic. So we're gonna get into that. We've got quite a bit here. Tyler Moen, who I just shouted out for being a producer, a co-producer, the highest tier. His first question was, what is one video game or movie you could go back and experience for the first time, besides any of the Fallout games?
Oh, why would you do that?
'Cause you don't shut up about it. I'll go first while you think.
Skyrim. Does that count? Is that allowed?
I think either Once Upon a Time in Hollywood or The Thing. I would love to experience those again for the first time. They're so good and like so rewatchable.
Yeah, Skyrim. I'm gonna say
Skyrim?
Skyrim. Yeah, either that or like maybe Black Ops 3, but probably Skyrim. It would be Fallout 4. It would 100% be Fallout 4 if it was an option, but because it's not, I'm gonna say Skyrim.
Damn. His next question is, do you think there are any movie genres out there currently that don't get the love or recognition that you wish they did? Comedies. I wish there were more comedies, like R-rated comedies. I hear they're slowly making a comeback though, so we'll see. And then go ahead.
Probably historical films that are about like scientific advancements. Like
Oh, like Oppenheimer?
Oppenheimer, and then there was the current war, which was
Never saw it.
Edison versus Tesla, and that
You watch
one,
that?
yeah, I saw it with Aaron, and that was really good. That was
Oh,
that was.
I haven't seen it. I'll have to watch it.
I'm also a nerd though, so that's just yeah.
Yeah. And then his last question was, where do you shop for your taillights? Asking for a friend.
Shut up.
Mr. Knight 777 asks, how do I make my mom buy me G Fuel hydration because she saw in the back that it causes cancer, and obviously I will use code Danny Dorito 23 for 20% off. So, Mr. Knight, I think I have a video called What is G Fuel that talks about it in depth, but let me show you what he's talking about here. Okay, so focus, damn it. Focus. Right there, it says warning, right? It says, consuming this product can expose you to chemicals, including lead, which is known to the state of California to cause cancer, birth defects, or other productive harm. For more information, go to p65warnings.california.gov/food. So, California has this law called Proposition 65. And if you want to sell food or beverages or supplements in their state, they require you to put that warning on there. If you go into a Starbucks in California, they have a Proposition 65 sticker all over the fucking place. And it's because they are required by law to say that. And the state of California charges them to have that warning put on their stuff. So in other words, California is such a shitty state that they figured out a way to make money off of something that isn't even a problem.
Yeah.
Maybe you could show your, I don't know, I just said shitty state, so I just said it again. I don't know if you want to show your mom this clip, but it is literally just the way that California makes money from companies. They took G Fuel to court because G Fuel said, we sell online, we don't need to do that, and that kind of stuff. So California was like, fine, we're going to take you to court then because we want our money. But they say it's because there's lead in it. That was what California used as an excuse. And if you look it up, there is less lead in a serving of G Fuel than there is in a single apple. So if you eat an apple, you're exposing yourself to cancer-causing chemicals at a higher level than you are with G Fuel. So it's a bunch of bullshit. It sucks that people get hung up on that because it shouldn't be a thing, but California just sucks. But there's a lot of California is like one of the most populated states, so of course, G Fuel wants to sell their product there, so they put the warning on there. So yeah, it's a bunch of bullshit. There was a There was a YouTuber that I saw who drank G Fuel every day for like a year and got like regular blood lab work done, and his lead levels in his blood did not change throughout the whole thing. Like from and he drank it every day like I do. Um, so from his blood lead levels before he started drinking it every day to after he drank it for a year straight did not change, which means G Fuel did not cause the level of lead in his blood to rise. So that's proof that it is BS. And I'm sorry your mom is gullible. Because anybody can do a simple Google search and see that it's just California cash grabbing.
I think that like it's not even just related to food. I think that they'll put that on like appliances and stuff like that.
They put it on anything that you want to sell there.
Yeah. You can
But the
buy a
food,
freaking oven from there.
but the food industry actually gets like strong armed into it because, like I said, they make you pay to be like certified and put that on there. Like, oh, like California acknowledges that you're allowed to sell our thing here. You just have to put this warning, and it's like, I gotta pay you for that? That's stupid. But that's how they make money because it's a bankrupt state, so they gotta resort to stupid stuff like that. But yeah. So I don't know if you can convince your mom to let you get G Fuel, but if that's why she's concerned, tell her to look up Proposition 65 and how corrupt that whole thing is. Super Dude 01 says, "What's a movie or?" And thank you for using code Danny D, Mr. Knight. Super Dude 01 says, "What's a movie or game you're most excited about this year?"
He's gonna say GTA 6 or some crap, bro.
Let me look at my.
I don't know what else is coming out this year. I mean, like, I think I was telling you earlier, Atomic Heart's new DLC's coming out in like 3 weeks, which is cool. But aside from GTA 6, I don't, and that's if it even comes out this year. Is it coming out this year or next year?
I don't know.
It might come out next year, to be honest. I don't know. They said they were going to delay it.
My most anticipated movie is Mickey 17. You know what that is, Chris?
Is that the one that's directed by the guy that made Parasite, or is that a different one?
Yeah. Bong Joon-ho.
Yeah.
Bong Joon-ho. So Robert Pattinson stars in this movie where Mickey Barnes has found himself in the extraordinary circumstance of working for an employer who demands the ultimate commitment to the job, to die for a living. So he's like a clone.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it looks really good and like really fun. And we get to see Robert Pattinson play multiple versions of himself, so that's cool.
I have a question. If you could clone yourself, would you?
I don't know.
I probably would.
I mean, people always ask me like what superpower I would choose if I could, and I would be like the ability to like split myself into multiple beings so that I can like work while another one of us gets to have fun.
The only thing is though, then you gotta support. Well, if you clone yourself, you have to support both people, which means that like you're gonna spend more on food, right? And you have to have a spot for them to live, right? But if it's a superpower and you just split off, at the end of the day, you just like recombine. Huh. I don't know. I think I'd probably do that. That'd be a cool superpower. Anyways, it's a side tangent. So I don't know. I mean, do you have any other things that you're excited for, like as far as like games go?
No, it's just GTA 6 if it comes out this year. Yeah, that's it. I mean, I'm excited about the next Mission Impossible that's coming out this year.
Oh, I did not know that. Okay.
It's called The Final Reckoning, so they're acting like it could be the last one. But we'll see. They'll probably do like a spin-off or something. Glenn Powell, there was a rumor that he was approached to like take the mantle, and that was denied, but we'll see. There's also a rumor going around that Leonardo DiCaprio would be in Squid Game 3, and they denied that. Like Netflix came out and denied it, like made an official statement. I'm like, that's crazy. People are like, sounds like somebody signed an NDA or something, you know? Cisco asks, what do y'all hope to achieve this year? Everything. No, I'm just kidding. I would like to fund my film. first and foremost. I like to get my film funded. I would love to shoot it this year too, for sure. But at the very least, I would love to get it funded so we can make it a reality.
Um, I mean, I would like to prepare to move by the end of the year. Like I want to be able to be in a spot where I can move to Texas. That's really like my main goal. Is by the end of the year I can feel confident about the idea of moving. Because right now, obviously, like I've only been in this apartment for like 7 months, right? And so like,
Way better than the other one, right?
what this apartment's better than the other one? Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, this one doesn't have roaches. Um, but
See,
I
if they were everywhere, they would be there. Have you never seen a roach there?
in this apartment I've seen one once. And
Where
then,
was it?
bro, that thing literally, like, I remember I got home from work. This is when I was working second shift, so I came in the middle of the night. And
You woke up and it was kissing your cheek.
no, don't say that. Don't say that. Um,
It's just
I
kissing you.
I came home and I literally like I sit down and I had made these things where it's like
I love you, Chris.
these little pizza
me
pot
food.
shut up, these little pizza pocket things that you put in the air fryer, right? And I'm sitting there and I'm just like chowing down watching some YouTube video or something like that, or maybe I was watching XGC Gamble or something, I don't know, something dumb.
Probably.
And I look and I saw something move and I'm like, uh-oh. And I stand up and I look and a roach literally just like slowly crawls under my PC and I'm like, oh God. And I'm
Like,
like,
yo, what you doing? What you making?
and I remember I spent like 2 hours like trying to kill that thing because I couldn't find it. Um, and that's the only one that I've seen, and I hope it's the only one that I see the entire year because it's okay to see a roach like once or twice a year, like that's normal. Um, but I will say like I had seen smaller ones downstairs by where the dumpster is at, which is fair, right? Like of course you're gonna see some over there. Um, but I think the reason why it happened is because one of the neighbors had left a freaking trash bag out in front of their door like an idiot. Um, but other than that, like I don't see roaches nearly as much. But bottom line, yeah, like I want to move to Texas just because like that's where family's gonna be at, and so I think that's probably my goal is by the end of the year, like be ready to move. I don't plan on moving until like the middle of next year, but at least like having a plan set out would be good, and being in a financial position to do that as well would be good. So.
Yeah. Nice. Okay. Our last question is from Tommy Slice. He says, if you could pick a heist from a movie to participate in, which movie and why? Um, I looked up like the best heist movies of all time, and most of them, like people die, and so I think Mission Impossible of some sort, because that's kind of like it's whatever the heist is usually for like the better of mankind. So yeah, I would say Mission Impossible, any of them.
Does Catch Me If You Can count as a heist?
No,
You don't think so? Because it's
no.
fraud, but it's not.
A heist means a group of people get together and like steal
What's
something.
what's the oh dude the what's the one with the I said a Michael Myers mask. This is Mike Myers.
Oh, you mean Jason?
No.
That's Baby Driver.
Is it
People
really?
died. Yeah, people died in really fucked up ways in that one, man.
I feel like I don't remember much of that movie.
I mean, it's like one big music video, but really well edited.
I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, I wouldn't want to do a heist, but
Yeah, but if you had to choose one, like I said, Mission Impossible, because at least it's for a good cause.
I I mean, I think the Baby Driver one would at least be cool.
Yeah, I
But
mean, if we're choosing like what's the coolest one, I'd probably say Heat.
I still need
Kind
to
of fucked
watch
up though.
that.
They're
I
like,
need to watch
dude,
Heat.
it's probably my favorite heist movie.
Do you imagine being part of
Such
the
a vibe.
the one from The Dark Knight? You just get
This,
killed.
you'll like the score in that movie, Chris.
Ah man, I gotta watch some heist movies then.
You need to
I
watch Heat and Trap.
yeah, I need to finish Super Troopers.
I got a lot of shit for putting Trap as my number 10 favorite film of the year.
Why? Because people didn't like it, or people did like it?
It's campy. So I think people just automatically assume a top 10 list means these are like the best made movies of the year. And I specifically said in my review and in my list on Letterboxd that these are the movies that had the biggest impact on me.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like I was specific that like a movie doesn't have to be a masterpiece to have a lasting impact on me. Like to leave a lasting impression, and like influence me. And Trap was a movie that I saw in theaters twice and I own it now. And like I don't know, like I mean the guy who shot Trap shot holy shit. He like the cinematography is really good too for what it is.
Wait, so does a heist have to be like people are going to steal money, or is it just a group of people are trying to accomplish a task? Because,
Just a group of people trying to accomplish a task.
okay, what about the Great Escape?
They're just trying to escape.
Yeah, but they had it's a group of people trying to accomplish a task. That would be a cool one to do. I would actually like
You want to be in
what?
a prisoner of war camp? Fuck
Yeah,
that.
but they escape. They actually make it, I think. I'm pretty
Um,
sure.
but yeah, the same guy who did the cinematography for Trap also did the cinematography for Challengers, which everybody thought was really good, and it's got crazy cinematography. And then 13 Lives, which is about that's Ron Howard, the guy who made like A Beautiful
Yeah,
Mind
yeah.
and all that stuff. That's the one where I can't remember what country it is. It's like Central America or something like that. But there's like a that like kids soccer team trapped in a cave. Like they went on like a
Oh
cave
yeah, I
tour
heard
and
about that,
then
yeah.
it rained and flooded. And so like that movie's crazy and he did the cinematography for that and that's like all underwater shit, which is super challenging. So, yeah, I think Trap is a well-made film. It's just the writing is really campy.
Sound like you
You know
said
what I mean?
whale. It's a whale made.
Anyways, thank you for your questions. On to our weekly Black Ops 6 talk.
Oh God. I
The game is dying very quickly.
Yeah. And people were saying like Modern Warfare 3 had really good post-launch support, which looking back, apparently like there was a lot of stuff that I missed out on. But it's like
So,
I don't know, dude. I am mainly just bothered by this event pass crap because Destiny 2 did that. I guess Fortnite does that as well, where you can pay for an extra path to go down where you get more rewards. And I'm like, dude, why would I pay that much for a game that's only going to be playable like or not playable, but like most people are only going to be playing for like a year. Like
yeah.
like I don't know.
Well, okay, so Steam Charts is the best example I have. Okay. They're like Call of Duty is one game right now on Steam, so that includes Warzone, multiplayer, zombies,
Right.
right? Um, their peak since they like made it all one game was November 2022 when Warzone 2.0 dropped. And that was 491,670 players. Then it got down to like their all-time low is like 86,000,
All-time
and that
low.
was yeah, that was July 2023.
I thought they were at like 75K right now.
Oh,
What
sorry, no, all-time low is 80,000 in October, right before the launch of Black Ops 6.
what are they so what is it right now?
So when Black Ops 6 dropped, it shot up to 315,000.
Mm-hmm.
And right now it as of December 30th, um okay, no, right now it says 108,000. So it's pretty low. We're
Yeah.
talking about a third of the player base that there was when the
Now,
game dropped.
in all fairness, that's still a lot of people, and that's not including console.
I
Um,
mean, what's a good example of like another game that's super popular multiplayer on Steam?
that's currently super popular, or that was super popular.
Was like PUBG? PUBG a good one? Like that was PUBG's all-time peak was
What about
3,257,000. That's crazy.
what about Apex? Wasn't Apex on Steam?
I don't think so. I think Apex is always yeah, no, Apex has always been like their own stupid launcher. I don't know any what about like GTA Online, I guess?
Ooh,
I look up GTA and it doesn't even come up. It's just like Shark cards.
If you look
Shit.
up Grand Theft Auto 5,
Okay, I found it. All-time peak 364,000. There's 146,000 people playing Grand Theft Auto 5 right
and
now.
that game came out like over 10 years ago.
So more people are 40,000 more people playing GTA 5 than Call of Duty right now on Steam.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah,
Now,
I don't know, man.
GTRP plays a big role into that.
Yeah, but what do they have to do to turn things around?
I think a big one is the freaking microtransactions. I think
Like
people,
get rid of them?
or at least make them like
Less
less
prominent?
ridiculous. Well, because it's okay. A lot of people complain that the skins are like so out of place. Like, dude, there's a skin that you can or a bundle that you can get where your finisher is a unicorn farting someone to death.
Saw that, yeah.
Yeah, like, are you
I like the
serious?
one I like the one where they like you like hit a bong do a bong rip and then blow the smoke in their face and they die.
Like stuff like that bothers me because
Yeah.
it's like what, dude, there's that one skin that like it was like one of the first skins to come out and it has some weird filter on it. Like it looks like it's like the what is it? What is the Borderlands art style called? It's like cell shade, right? So there's like some anime girl that's cell shaded and like it's like it actually hurts to look at sometimes. Um,
Yeah, yeah, I know which one you're talking
And
about.
then, like, when you get killed by a Mastercraft, I swear to God, the death animation is longer. So it takes longer to respawn because of it.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know, man. I think they need to do a 2-year game cycle. I think doing it every year is one of the problems because people don't feel like they have any reason to stick around when there's another one coming out in six
Well,
months, you
so,
know?
okay. I will say, although I crap on Destiny 2 a lot, one thing Destiny 2 did really well is because that game was online for like, what, 7 years, right? It was always nice to go back and be like, this was my character. It's the same character. He still has the same stuff. There's stuff that's changed, but it's the same character. If they have this, it's called the Call of Duty HQ or whatever they call this application, right? Where you can go and access the different games. If they turned that into a thing where it was one giant game that had shared assets or whatever, right? Then people would probably be more willing to just like put money into the game. Like you could pay for access to the new stuff, which is what Destiny 2 did. Um, and then you always have the same character. And at that point, you could use the same operator or same two operators, I guess, because you have one for each team, right? And it's like you can customize that person however you want, right? But because you buy microtransactions or you pay for season passes or whatever, battle passes, and then it's for nothing after a year, like what's the incentive to stick around, right?
Yeah.
That's like if you had all of the content from every Call of Duty game in one game, Call of Duty Online, Call of Duty Mobile, right? Like people would play it more. Call of Duty Online was super successful in China, and they got rid of it at one point because they were replacing it with something else, I think. I don't know. I think it's gone now. But that game was popular for a long time over there. And it was free
Yeah.
as well. So like they must have been losing tons of money on that. But there was microtransactions in it, and I think people were genuinely willing to buy it because you could or buy microtransactions because you could always use them. It wasn't like they were just gone after a year, like there was no point using them. Who's gonna go back to Modern Warfare 2019 and use the tracer packs that they bought, was it like 6 years ago, 7 years, however long ago it was, right? What's the
I think
point?
that's why Fortnite does so well because you get to
That's exactly why it does
keep
so
using
well.
them. Yeah.
Yeah, people are, oh yeah, I have Renegade Raider from season one, and I'm like, holy
Because even
crap.
Warzone, they fucking reset that shit every year, and it's always worse.
Yeah, well,
I think Warzone, if there's one thing I'm happy about, I think maybe they'll finally let Warzone die after this year because nobody's playing it.
so one thing I will say about Fortnite that I do appreciate, which I don't like Fortnite, so this is a big deal when I say this. It's cool that when I go back and play that game and I'm using the same skin that I have from like season three or whatever it was, from like the original first chapter, it's like some spaceman, like it's like an astronaut skin, right?
Yeah.
People will actively pursue me because I have an OG skin.
Yeah.
That's like I've literally been told that like that's why people go after me sometimes because they see me with an OG skin so they think I'm good at the game. And it's like that's a sign of people being like loyal to that game.
There's some respect there. Yeah.
Yeah, like
Um.
it's cool. That's a cool feature and I don't think many games do that now.
So just for example, the top 10 games right now on the Steam charts. Number one, Counter-Strike 2. No surprise. 1,092,000 concurrent players. That's crazy. Dota 2, 580,000 players. Marvel Rivals, good for that game. 377,000 concurrent players. That has a peak of 423. So Marvel Rivals is killing Call of Duty.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Path of Exile 2, 339,000. I kind of want to try Marvel Rivals, but I don't need another game to get obsessed with right
Well,
now.
it's from my understanding, it's just like it's similar to Overwatch. I don't like hero shooters. That's never been my thing.
Yeah, but I feel like being like superheroes makes it fun. So I don't know. I might check it out with Theo later tonight. Path of Exile 2, I still don't know what that fucking game is. 339,000. Rust, 221,000. I'm surprised Rust is still as popular
Dude,
as it
no.
is.
So, dude, Rust had like a an update recently that made a bunch of people get back on it, from what I heard.
Interesting. This is what surprises me though. Number 6 is PUBG.
Yeah, huge Asian market.
213,000. Every time somebody brings up PUBG, I get the urge to hop on it, and I know I'll play a game or two and be like, yeah, this game is still super hard on PC.
There's a
So many sweats.
skill issue. That there's a huge Asian market from what I've seen, and maybe South American, I think.
It says their peak in the last 30 days is 799,000.
Yeah, and because I still see clips of PUBG to this day. Like
I
there's
love PUBG in its heyday, man.
um
Loved it.
there's still a lot of stuff. Weren't they gonna release a PUBG 2?
Yeah, they canceled it because the player base fell off so hard. They decided not to put all their money in a sinking boat, you know?
Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto 5 at number 7, currently 161,000. Pal World. I am actually interested in playing that with you if you're down, Chris. It's fun.
Wait, what game?
Pal World is fun.
I don't know, man.
It's fun, man. It's legitimately fun.
I mean, like I played it, and I think I played it for like a week, and then I
I
was
think
like,
doing
I
a
was like,
server together, and they've done a lot of changes to it now that the full game's out, I think.
but dude,
So
if I'm gonna, I might as well just play modded Minecraft at that point, bro. Like I'm gonna be honest, like
I won't play Minecraft. That's the thing. I'm not interested in it. This actually has like progression to it and stuff.
there
There's
is
goals.
progression to Minecraft, and now in all fairness, I haven't played Minecraft at, like and like actually like continuously played it in a while. I was talking about like setting up a server with like I was talking to Too Quick about it, and like that game's fun when you have a lot of people on there. But one, you have to set up the server, and two, you have to have people who are like playing it and not like rushing through it. That's the thing that sucks the most is when people rush to get to the end game super fast. It's like, dude, like you're ruining the fun for everybody else because now it's like the goal that's at the end of the game is gone. Like you want to make something where everybody is working together to like reach this goal, and that means like if someone steps to the game, you help them out. You know, like it's you want to progress together, and then after that, you can start killing each other and stuff. But yeah, that's a whole other thing.
Yeah. Number 9 is Baldur's Gate 3, which we still never got past like that.
You
Maybe you
suck at the
did,
game.
but
I haven't played
I
it,
don't suck. I was still learning how to play.
bro. You literally would just walk into random rooms and immediately get killed.
You would too.
That happened once. It's because I walked into a room with traps in it.
We played it like twice, man.
Played
Like
it three times.
we dipped a pinky toe into that game. Like we
No,
barely
that game
experienced it.
and that game isn't bad, but it's also like it's the kind of thing where I would have to play that when I have like no life.
Yeah, and I don't have that kind of time right now. But number 10 is Call of Duty with 109,000. So like it's still in the top 10, but
Yeah,
it's
no,
barely in the top 10.
Call of Duty's not performing badly, but I'm also just
It's dying
I'm
in terms of numbers.
I wouldn't even say that. I'm just disappointed. Like,
I like the game. I wish the event was and like okay, yeah, we didn't really talk about the Squid Game event that much. So the Squid Game event dropped. I think it's fun, but there's not enough incentive to play it. Like the red light, green light, like you don't get enough XP from it, and it's because they want to make sure people don't get too much XP, but instead you get like no XP.
That's another big thing. Call of Duty really needs to let people have fun.
Yeah, I can see what you mean by that. But I think the skins for Squid Game and stuff they released are cool. Like the there is not really a reason to get the premium pass unless you're like a diehard Squid Game fan, though. Which
Yeah,
I'm
I
not.
saw that track and I was like,
The free
really?
track's better, honestly. You
Yeah.
get cooler stuff from the free track. You would have to really want that like overseer skin or whatever from the show, which looks cool, but not cool enough for me to spend 1,100 COD points on it.
This is the price of a
But
freaking battle pass.
the thing that bothers me is that I know they're going to do a double XP event, right? Or at least double battle pass towards the end of this season, and there's like 23 or 24 days left. But this Squid Game event is lasting 20 more days, which means like that we just saw like the biggest, like this is the big final update for this season. So there, if you're not into this event, there's really no reason to play Call of Duty for like another
Yeah,
3 weeks.
I have consistently been playing Fallout 4 like almost every day that I've had time.
I'm gonna grind out the battle pass, and I'll probably do that by I don't know. Zombies is so fun to just casually hop on and turn my brain off, so I might do that. Like I like to throw on a podcast or something, and just casually kill zombies. So I might do that to get my battle pass XP. I think I'm at like 74 or 70. I think I'm at 75%. I'm 75% done with the battle pass, so I have like 3 weeks to finish that. So I'll definitely hop on and do that because I want to finish it because I paid for it. Um, but I mean, other than that, like, there's no exciting reason to hop on. I'm excited for another zombies map, whatever it's gonna be. Um, I hope we get some like OG Black Ops maps. Like, I would love to have like, what's the yacht one?
Hijack? Someone mentioned that earlier, yeah.
Yeah, I would like to have some maps like that thrown in there. Um,
Oh, that's a Black
like,
Ops 2 map, but yeah.
yeah, I think Black Ops maps from any of the games. I mean, they added like Hacienda, and that's a great map.
Isn't that from Black Ops 4? Which
Probably the best map in that game.
that's what's crazy to me is that I I feel like they don't acknowledge Black Ops 4 that much because it was such a failure. But like,
Was it a failure?
dude, nobody liked that game.
Yeah, but
Like,
it still sold well, right? Probably not as well as other Call of Duties, but it still made money.
I mean, yeah, but like Blackout was like probably the most successful they saw with that because Zombies was awful. Multiplayer wasn't very good. Like I think I played that game for like maybe 2 months, and when the Zombies maps
Multiplayer
came out,
for
I would
me,
play it for like a week.
I enjoyed the multiplayer a little bit just because it was boots on the ground again. That was the only thing I liked.
Yeah,
about
but
it.
you had to
Like, I didn't
manually
like the
heal. Like, what the
I
heck
didn't,
is
yeah,
that?
that was a terrible decision. I'm glad they didn't go back to that. Which game had Blackout?
That was Black Ops 4. That's what I'm saying. They
Yeah,
had
so
Blackout, but
Blackout was badass. I loved Blackout.
yeah, but once again, like that's the
So
thing.
clunky though when you go back and look at it.
If they took the Blackout map and put it in Warzone, I'd play Warzone. I'm serious.
Yep.
But
Same here.
they would never do that. They would never do that because once again, they don't
They-
like to let us have fun.
Because it makes too much sense, right?
Like the fact that you could go to Nuketown, there was a whole bunker and everything, and like you could go to the fact that you could go to certain areas and there were zombies there, like that
It was so
just
smart, man.
like it's
That's
right,
working
it's
smarter, not harder.
Warzone
Just
is
throwing, like,
literally just
iconic maps
it's
onto one thing.
it's dude, like you could have shipment on there, you could have crash, dude.
Like I said, it makes too much sense. Either that or they're saving it for a rainy day, which, bro, it's pretty rainy right now if you look at Warzone.
And that's I think it goes back to this idea of if you have everything from Call of Duty in one game, you've brought everybody back because people at this point we're so far past the idea of this like milsim aesthetic that they've been doing for so long where it's like, oh guys, like it's actually modern warfare. It's like you're in current times if you were actually in a war today, or the Black Ops stuff where it's like you're in the 90s. You're actually part of the Gulf
Did I
War.
tell you I finished the campaign
When?
like a month ago
Yeah, you never told me
on
that.
Veteran?
I don't think
I guess I forgot to tell you. Very disappointing.
The ending wasn't great.
The last third of the game was so stupid.
I
So
don't.
stupid.
I wouldn't say it was stupid, but I thought I was like, that's it.
It felt so stretched out for no reason. Like they were trying to hit a certain like runtime, playtime for the game, and it just I would have rather it had been a couple hours shorter and not had to like kill zombie clones of the chick or whatever over and over and collect those mirror shards and like
That part
it
was
felt
dumb.
it felt like it was trying to be Resident Evil.
Uh,
Which, by the way, I honestly might just say fuck it and go play Resident Evil 4 again because that to me is a perfect game, Chris. If anybody has never played Resident Evil and you're thinking about dipping a toe in it, it is not this it is probably the least scariest Resident Evil game, but in terms of progression, puzzles, gameplay, like just everything, story, the game is long, so you get like your money's worth. Resident Evil 4 the remake is probably my favorite game besides GTA 5
well, okay.
of all time.
What I was gonna say though is it seems like Call of Duty is facing like a serious tone issue, and it's just like anything. It's like Marvel movies, right? When the tone is not consistent, people are like, what am I watching right now, right?
Yeah.
And so if they just went full on like this is a silly, funny game where there's guns in it, people are like, all right, cool, I can get down with that. If they're like, this is a very serious game, people are like, okay, I can get down with that because either they're immersed or they're like, this is just fun, right? It's like one or the other, right? They're in this weird spot where they're trying to do both, and it's like, yeah, it's okay to have funny stuff in the game, but like then you're like expecting things to be super serious. It's like, no, like I don't want a unicorn farting in my game about the Gulf War. Like what are we doing? So if they really wanted to make Warzone worth playing, they have to they, unfortunately it's like they have to dip into the nostalgia bucket and bring stuff from every other game. I put Crash in there. Put Shipment, put Nuketown, put Firing Range, put all that crap into one. Put freaking Barucht in there. I don't care, man. But like I want that stuff back. I think a lot of people would agree with that.
Yeah.
Schizo rant over.
Do you want to skip the next topic?
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Okay. We were gonna talk about the honey coupon scandal, but I was thinking about it while we were talking about this, and there's really like not much to say that hasn't been said.
I don't know much
I
about it either.
uninstalled Honey. That's all I have to say.
Oh,
Fuck Honey.
dude, Honey's never worked for me.
It worked for me, but now that I know it's been ripping people off, they can go to hell, bro. Um. So our last big topic. If you are a movie lover like me, you need to join Letterboxd. It is awesome. Even if you're somebody who doesn't necessarily care about writing reviews, just being somebody who goes on there and gets recommendations, or you can create a watch list so you keep track of like the movies you want to watch but just never got around to. Join Letterboxd. It's free. Follow me, Danny Dorito 23. I've been posting a review pretty much every other day consistently for like I would say like the last 3 months or something, close to that. I am addicted to it. I think it's so cool to see people's perspective. It's cool that people can like and comment and discuss film with you. It's probably the best app for that. I think I am like one follower shy of 800, and just to put it into perspective, if you hit 10,000 followers, you're like one of the top people on there. I think the overall most followed person is Martin Scorsese, and he has like 396,000 followers. So hitting 1,000 means that you're like, you know, what, like 0.3% away from being like the top. It's just like it's a small community of. It's a small platform.
It's like I mean, to put it in perspective, like if Mr. Beast has like over 100 million followers on or subscribers on YouTube, right? So if you have a million subscribers on YouTube, you're still big, right? And so if that same sort of ratio translates to Letterboxd,
I'm in like the top 30, somewhere between 3,500 and 4,000 YouTube channels in the US. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah. So if you have 1/100th of 300,000, that's 3,000. So if you get to that point, like you're getting up there, you know. So it's a similar sort of.
Yeah, I think 4,000 would be like, that's what 1% of like the top. Yeah, but anyways, it's just a really cool platform. I'm a patron, they call it. Like, I don't think it has nothing to do with Patreon. It's just like you support the platform. I think I pay like $50 a year, and you can like change the poster on your review. So like they have all kinds of custom cool posters that people make. Like people like to do this thing where they have their on your profile they have your top 4 films, and like Pollo Loco and Stolen G Fuel are on there. Always Ready's already on there. So people are adding it to their watch list, which is really cool. There's like 20 people who have it listed as like, I want to watch this when it comes out.
Do you have G Fuel Man on?
No, because that's G Fuel's production. I don't want to mess with their stuff and have them be like, "Ugh." I'm not the director of that.
Yeah, but is it on anything? Is it like
on IMDb?
Okay,
They put it on IMDb.
that's
Because
cool.
Jason Mewes is on there, so yeah, it's cool. It shows that I was in a project with Jason Mewes, which is cool. But anyways, what I was saying is like they have the 4 favorites, right? You can put your 4 favorite films of all time, and mine are like 3 of them are my own thing, and then there's the thing. But people like to like take custom posters, so like they'll take like Oppenheimer and find like the most orange looking poster, and then pick like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and like pick like the orange version of the poster, and they have like all orange,
Yeah.
or, you know what I mean? So they do stuff like that, which is cool. But the thing that I really like is that you can change your backdrop if you're a patron. And so like I like to I'll pick the I like to pick the poster that has like the legit poster. It has the credits and stuff. It's not just the title and the artwork. People like usually the default is not the actual poster. It's like a custom made one for the platform. And so I usually pick the poster that I like the most that has like the credits and stuff on it. And then after I review the film, I'll change the backdrop to like whichever one is like, it'll usually be like the coolest looking shots from the film. And so like I'll pick whichever one was like, oh yeah, I remember that shot and it stood out to me. And so like, I don't know, it's fun. You can be creative with it. I take the reviews pretty seriously, like because the way I look at it is like the more likes you get, the more people see your review, and I want people to get value out of my review. So join Letterboxd, follow Danny Dorito 23. Discuss movies with me on there. I think it is probably the most underrated social media platform in my opinion, but that's because I'm a movie nerd and a filmmaker. So but there are filmmakers on there. Like I see like Sean Baker, the guy who made Anora, it'll be like, oh, Sean Baker watched this movie, and it's like, that's cool, and they can heart it if they liked it. There's a big debate whether filmmakers should review other people's films. I'm straying towards the side of, yeah, why not? Like, it's art. It's supposed to be subjective and discussed. Just because I put a number on it, like, doesn't like mean any. I don't know. I like, okay, for example, if I was best friends with Brad Pitt, right? And then Brad Pitt's movie comes out and like everybody shits on it. Okay, a better example. Let's say the chick from Madam Web, right? She's friends with me now. Chris gets married to her sister, and now we're family. I'm not gonna review Madam Web and be like, it's a piece of shit, 1 star. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's weird. But I don't know a lot of big filmmakers like that, so until I do, I will review their films. And if they ever ask me, oh, why did you review my film bad? I'll be like, oh, like I was new to filmmaking and learning and blah, blah, blah. And here, I'll give you another star if it makes you feel better, as a joke. But Chris Stuckman got a ton of hate for not reviewing films with a number anymore. Like, he doesn't give them a score, and he doesn't review films that he considers bad
I thought
anymore.
he did letter scores.
He does, but like on Letterboxd, he no longer gives it like a star rating,
Oh.
and people were saying that he's a hack or whatever because he literally doesn't make videos about bad movies anymore. He made a video about Madam Web and basically talked about how this wasn't a review for the movie. It was him talking about how frustrating it is as a filmmaker to have studios meddle with your project. And people are like, he's a sellout and a hack. He just wants everybody to like him so they don't shit on his movie when it comes out. And I'm like, I could see why you're saying that. And it kind of made me like change my perspective on things in terms of like whether I should review films like that with a score or not. But at the end of the day, I think art is subjective. Everybody has their own opinion, gets something different from it. Just because I give a movie 2.5 stars doesn't mean that somebody else isn't gonna give it 4 stars and have a valid opinion. You know what I mean? Like, for example, I reviewed A Complete Unknown last night, which I'll talk about in a second. And I gave it 4 stars. I thought it was a really solid like movie. I was surprised how much I enjoyed it. And then I followed the That's a Bad Idea guys, the one who just had their found footage film blow up and broke out like $1 million to make his next horror film, and I saw the behind the scenes and stuff, like pretty cool. Um, but they're a duo, and one of them is mainly just an actor, and I followed him, and he gave it 2.5, and I was like, 2.5? You're telling me that movie's average? Like Timothy Chalamet fucking killed it as Bob Dylan. Like, I think I think anything but under 3 stars for that movie, like you better have an opinion, like a valid reason. But he just gave it stars. He didn't like write a review, so I'm like, huh, I guess he just didn't like it. Um, but I don't know. It's just one of those things, you know, like just like anything else, you can discuss it and have your own opinion. And I am the type of person where I think a real person with an open mind can have a discussion and have a disagreement without like getting heated about it. You know what I mean? Like if you tell me, hey, I think Pollo Loco is a piece of shit, I'd be like, thanks for watching it. I'm sorry you didn't get enjoyment out of it, but I appreciate you taking the time to watch it. That means a lot, you know? Um, yeah, Letterboxd. Check it out. It's cool. I hope it continues to grow because it is growing. So, Andor, I'm sorry, Chris. You're just sitting there like, all right, let's.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest. I haven't eaten since yesterday. I'm hungry.
All right, let's wrap it up. What is your recommendation for this week?
So people in the Discord were talking about like single player games or like RPGs to play, and we were talking about like 2 games that got brought up were Skyrim and Fallout, Fallout 4 specifically. And I probably recommended Fallout 4. I know for a fact I've recommended Skyrim, right? But I'm gonna just say again, go play any Fallout game from like Bethesda, like except for 76 maybe, but like Fallout 3 or New Vegas. New Vegas is made by Obsidian, but we won't get into that. Or Fallout 4. Go, dude. Why does your camera look so hazy right now?
I don't know. I think the sunlight just hit the lens.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But there you go. But I like straight up go try those games out. You will see bugs, but I think the style and like the setting of those games is like unmatched. Like you'll have games like BioShock or Atomic Heart that'll be like, oh hey, it's retro futuristic, right? But it's like you don't have that same feeling where in Fallout it's like the world used to be like that. Now it's just like Mad Max, like everything's just gone, right? But there's still like that essence of like, yeah, well, you know, we were in the 50s once, like there's nothing quite like it. And also those games are just super fun, and especially like with Fallout 4, I've always really liked that game because you can actually like affect the world in your own little way. You know, build a little shack or something like that in a couple different spots, and you'd be like, hey, I built that, right? And
very cool aesthetic.
yeah, and so like I just think a lot of the concepts from those games are really awesome, and it's definitely something where you can really sink a ton of time into it, especially if you're brand new to the franchise. Like and if you're like, well, I don't really play games, go watch the show. The show was fantastic. So as a whole, I'm gonna recommend Fallout the series. Go check it out.
Cool. I got 2 things besides Letterboxd. The Order. I don't know why nobody's talking about this movie. Maybe it's just, I don't know. Maybe it's one of those situations, unfortunately, where they're like, oh, well, everybody in the movie's
What's it about?
Caucasian. It's a true story about the FBI going after a gang of neo-Nazis who started robbing banks and were planning like a giant terrorist attack. It really happened, and really surprised me. Like S-tier performances. Like it. Well, okay.
Is it in theaters or is it
It's out now. It's on Fandango if you want to watch it.
Ooh, I might watch that then.
It's a very well-rounded film. I gave it 4 stars. It's got God, what is his name? It's got the guy from Ready Player One in it. Like the kid. He's in that. And then the guy whatever. It's got a really good cast. And then it's got Nicholas Hoult in it, who's in Juror Number Two, X-Men, all that stuff. He was just in Nosferatu. Um, he plays a bad guy in it. It's really good, really well-rounded, like true crime thriller that went super under the radar, and it makes me sad when I see movies that good that go under the radar, because sometimes it shows that like even if you make a really good movie, like if you don't plan things out right in terms of marketing and stuff like that, it can just go unnoticed.
So
Um,
it has Jude Law and
Jude Law, yeah.
Ty Sheridan.
Mhm.
That's who I'm seeing.
And then I saw Complete Unknown last night, and that is like S tier performances, S tier filmmaking, but like a B tier script. Like the script was just like not what I expected. I didn't feel like I learned a lot about Bob Dylan, but the music is great. The performances are phenomenal. If you like the movie Walk the Line, it's the same director, James Mangold. It reminded me of Walk the Line a lot, but like better made. Like the cinematography and all that stuff was top notch. Production design, wardrobe, everything. Really feels like you're in the 60s. And I think it's my favorite Timothy Chalamet performance to date. So, um, both great movies. One you can watch on digital, and then one is still in theaters. I don't know when it's coming to digital, but there's our recommendations. Buy some G Fuel, get some Fit Butters, join our Patreon, and again, let me know in the comments if you would support an Indiegogo campaign for my feature film Always Ready, even if it's just $1. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week.
I'm gonna eat some Arby's. I'm so hungry.
No nuggets.